Alright, a little more in the jungle action. Machete, 2 pots, a totem. And today we're gonna be trundling it up with Trundle. Alright. So their team composition. How their team composition is going to work is I would imagine later in the game when Shyvana has some items, she'll be a little tankier. But in the early game, just like I am, she's gonna be a vulnerable target. Renekton, this is what I imagine, like if we get into a team fight, Renekton comes out of wherever, because he's got a teleport. He's gonna get into the thick of it, use his ultimate, and Soraka's gonna try to keep everybody alive, and Tristana, Zed, they're gonna use their abilities to tag people down. So I feel like early game, we're gonna get our Q first. Early to mid game is going to be difficult for us. Like, we need to really watch our positioning and whatnot when it comes to team fights. So big good leash. Right. $410. And off we go. Alright. So it looks like Pantheon got first blood. That's awesome. Okay. Alright, Vigar should be alright. Just showing myself in lane should be. Should be plenty good. How is Vigar doing? Doing just fine. get her. I want a ward for Pantheon. Make sure that he's not jumped on by Shyvana. Alright. So Renekton's gonna use his that's interesting. They're gonna Zed's gonna lose a bit. Farm. He's looking for he's definitely looking for picks because he just got level 6. Good old Shyvana. Trying to pick up those kills. Right. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna have sated. I'm gonna have my Devourer. Oops. Right. Alright, so now I'm gonna go get some sated Devour action. Stalkers into Devour. Let me get some of that action and head on out. Alright, Vigar is playing a nice safe game. That's what I like.
I'm not ugly, but they're about to be. Brilliant is mine.
All right.
Something too many times.
An ally has been slain.
This looks like top got ganked. I might be able to do dragon.
We're going to war.
Right. Awesome work. Alright, we're gonna go for Blade of the Root King action. Head on out.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay, Pantheon got that, got back his kill. We're gonna get, Alright.
An ally has
Now that
been slain.
Zed is gone from the mid lane, we're gonna let that go to tower. Keep an eye on our dragon. We're just gonna slow Zed down. Not gonna look for any fights there.
Like my with
go. Oh, how did I live? What is Twitch doing? Crazy. Soloing some people? Craziness. Do not know what that Twitch is doing. Alright, so we got mid lane. That's a big deal. And somehow I didn't die, which is even a nicer. A nice little icing on the cake there. Tried to buy him some time. So our mid turret's gonna go down. And I'd say around now is a damage spike for them. Alright, so I'm not exactly... Well, okay. I must have went in, like... I must have went in, But that actually works out, I think. That's a fair amount of damage on that turret.
I'm not ugly, but they're about to be.
So let's look at Shyvana's build. She's got Devour, and looks like she's got... Right. Alright, come on. Yeah, there we go.
Double kill.
Scary, scary. Alright, so with their group, I'm gonna get some Ninja Tabi. They're all AD. Ninja Tabi, and we're gonna go... we're gonna work on a Thorn Mail.
King of Trolls coming through. Troll Chief, Troll King, King!
Oh, I saw Tristana down there. Alright, I won't follow that.
I'm Troll Judge, Troll Jury, and Executioner.
There we go.
Slain.
Right.
Time to start an ice.
So, that kind of was exactly what happened last time. Where Pantheon and Renekton were going at it. Pantheon's choice to go in there was pretty suicidal, but I didn't want to get them a free kill. I did what I could for. Alright, so it looks like I'm sated up.
But they're about to be.
Right.
Slain.
So hopefully they do alright. There we go. And there is Pantheon alive again. But this time Renekton had kept his ultimate. Alright, Renekton is up top. Please, let them do something. There we go. Yes. Yes. Thank you, boys. Thank you. Right. Secure dragon. Renekton,
Freljord is mine.
I feel like Renekton made the wrong choice going top. Of course, I can say that now, but when I saw him top, I'm like, yes, sir.
I'm not ugly, but they're about to be.
Okay, so there's a tiny lack of follow-up, and they're targeting Renekton. But hopefully, okay, so I obviously went in a little too much. Don't focus, Renekton. So I went on a little too much on the Tristana. But I felt as though, like, my team would have been there to back me up. Ooh, nice. That Baron is ours. I'm gonna get some deep wards.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
King of Trolls coming through.
Whew. Wow. Wow, I think that's game. That's game, boys! Oh. Those poor guys. Oh, that just went so wrong for them, that last fight. Oh my goodness. But I just had so much. But yeah, Triss got caught by Veigar, and he got caught again by Veigar. And then they couldn't do anything. I just had I had so much sustain. I can tank that tower all day. But they put up a couple of great fights. Especially that Renekton. He was using his ultimate. Later on, he used his ultimate at the right time, and it really it paid off because he survived and he actually killed Pantheon. But Veigar was he kept his eyes open, and when he caught that Tristana, I was actually thinking, like, if Tristana didn't move, because Veigar, his stun takes a little time, if he would have made it back. Maybe not, maybe. But yeah, when the enemy makes mistakes like that, and you're working with like a Blade of the Rune King, Sated Devour, Trundle, my attack speed is insane. You cannot do that because you will be punished so badly. I only had one tanky item, and a ninja tabis, but I was just wrecking their team. But the other team, we did great. Twitch, he came into his own right there. He while I was hitting the towers or I was taking damage, he was focusing on the back line, and Alistar was doing a good job. So we had plenty of peel. And I know there's some mistakes I could have corrected, but getting the towers down and then just taking them out, and poor Triss, a bad mistake on his part. But yeah, their time to shine was mid game, I think, because Renekton, he's strong mid game and early. And even he's still decent like late game. He doesn't like scale like some other champions. Shyvana, And Shyvana and Tristana are their late game champions. And when Tristana gave up the gold right there. Wow. Okay, so item analysis. So we got Pantheon going. He's got his Black Cleaver. That's good. He's got his Ravenous Hydra, and he's got some sustain items. It's not going to sustain as much as Renekton with his natural healing ability. But actually, Renekton actually didn't go for. He must have straight went for a Black Cleaver. He didn't go for a Ravenous Hydra, interestingly enough. But he still has a lot of lifesteal abilities. So, Trundle, I was basically going say to Devour Trundle, take care of those towers, and I was trying to avoid mid-game fights, just zoning people off with my ice, my pillars. And you saw how Soraka was caught, and I think I caught one other. So I flashed over the wall and I did one of those pillars, and a couple of times I engaged. I didn't engage so well, but those decisions started snowballing into Triss making his mistake, Triss getting hit again, and then getting to the victory. So yeah, those pillars, they slow you down so much, and they might as well be binds, and to get around those things is so hard. So Alistar did a great job. Alistar is like so annoying when he's up in your face and he's got his ultimate and you're like, I can't do any damage to this guy. Vygar, he didn't even have that many high damage items, but yeah, it was but the Pantheon is doing pretty good. The Twitch, that's where you want that late game damage. That's great. That he was making up for some of our lacks. So if you look at their kills, Zed and Shyvana had most of the kills. Renekton was still, a good champion, but their main damage was not there. So there's some pluses and minuses. Soraka, there's a lot of interesting Soraka builds. Lucidity for cooldown, Talisman Ascension for speeding up and trying to catch somebody. But it didn't look like she was doing any shot calling. They had some shot calling issues because I think they didn't have anyone who with a good engage. And Renekton always would come into fights later on and clean up. I think that was another issue with their team composition. Earlier, I was going head first, hoping my team would follow up. They finally figured it out, and I was just going a little too ham. Tristana has got his normal static Shiv and Infinity Edge, and Shyvana sated Devour, and she's going tanky items. She even gets Ravenous Hydra. Ravenous Hydra, I mean, I can see how that'd be useful, but it might be better to go to more tanky items to deal with, especially, well, Vygar isn't so tough, so maybe it was okay for her to get some extra damage, but I think more health to deal with AD and AP to survive that. But it looks like she was building into more health, so I would have gone. But you get base health regen, so that's not totally, not valid. Zed, pretty standard for Zed. He could have gone Lucidity Boots if he wanted to, but he wanted to avoid Vygar's deadly stuns. Sometimes you get the weapon that gives you magic, but it looks like he was just going standard stuff. Magic defense and attack. I forget what that item is called. And then lastly, Renekton, he's going for speed around the map. He wanted to get around the map. He might have did better with a Ravenous Hydra himself, considering the massive lifesteal that it gets in his normal kit. Black Cleaver is pretty standard. Health items, so he's pretty standard on his build. He even got Fervor to get some extra speed ups, and I don't think that's necessary to get that item so early in game when you could apply it to some item that gives you like AD or more survivability. All right, All right, hope you enjoy this one. I am out of here.